Hello, students. A very good evening. I hope you're all studying well. I hope you're all doing well. And I hope you have already, have a look at this week's current affairs. We've seen a lot of updates in the last week, and following the same, this week has again been a roller coaster. We've seen a lot of news that have come into picture. At the same time, if you can see that there's a new addition to one of the protests that had happened few years ago, and now they're happening again. So without wasting any time, let's get into it. Let's try to see what is going on. I hope my screen is visible to you all. So let's begin with our current affairs session. And talking about this, the first news that we are discussing today is the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Kisan Samriddhi Saha Yojana. Now, what do we mean by Saha Yojana? Basically, it's a subdivision under the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Kisan Samriddhi, that is PMMSY. Okay. Now, this subsector or sub scheme has been approved by the Union Cabinet, that is from the center. And what is the scheme basically? Now, the scheme aims to formalize the fisheries sector and support fisheries from what in the micro and small enterprises. So when we are trying to discuss about micro and small enterprises, make sure that you're even having a look at the MSME. Now, this is with an investment exceeding rupees 6,000 crores over the next 4 years. Now, what do we mean by 4 years? Starting from the financial year of 23 to 24 to the financial year of 26 to 27. And this has been spread across all the states and union territories. Knowing the same thing, what are we saying now? The beneficiaries, or who are the people who will be involved in it. The first will be the fishers, the fish farmers, fish workers, fish vendors, and other directly engaged in the fishing sector or the fisheries value chain. So understanding the same thing, it is for the creation of a national fisheries digital platform. Now, this will help to provide a work-based identities to almost 40 lakh small and micro enterprises. So it becomes important for you to study about all of these things. Now, when we are discussing all of these things, as I told you, this falls under the sub-scheme of what is the main scheme here? Pradhan Mantri Matsya Kisan Samriddhi. Knowing the same thing, what is this Pradhan Mantri Matsya Kisan Samriddhi? Basically, it's a flagship scheme that has been initiated by the government that is to foster sustainable development in the fisheries sector. Okay, so and this was originally launched by under the Atma Bharat scheme or Atma Bharat package. Now, Atmanirbhar Bharat. Knowing the same idea of Atmanirbhar Bharat, the scheme spanned from financial year 2020 till the financial year of 24-25. And with this, it was initiated or estimated investment back then was 20,000 and 50 crores. So it becomes important for you to read about all of these things. Coming to the next scheme or next important discussion that we are having today, that is Vande Metro prototype. Now, what is this Vande Metro prototype? And basically, Vande Metro prototype, I'm sure that you have all understood that this comes from this idea of the Vande Bharat train. Now, this name that we are discussing today, that is the Rail Coach Factory or the RCF. One of our reels has already been uploaded back few days ago, which was with regards to the Vande Bharat train. You may see it on our YouTube page. You may see it on all our other social media pages where you will see I had discussed about certain schemes, certain important current affairs topics, and discussing the same thing. This Vande Bharat train's idea was discussed in one of those shorts. So coming back to this thing, that is the Rail Coach Factory, who have been the founders or who are the ones who have actually manufactured the Vande Bharat train, have also come up with this idea of the Vande Metro prototype. Now, this same factory, RCF, has actually aimed to roll out the first prototype of the Vande Metro coaches by April. Now, let me know in the comments section about this thing, that where are they planning to roll out this thing? What is the location where they plan to do this? Knowing the same thing, it is basically a total of 16 such coaches that are expected to be ready later, by the later part of which year? Of the 24th to 25th financial year, that is 2024 to 2025 FY. Coming to the next part, this has been designed with the concept of India's first indigenous semi-high-speed train, that is again the Vande Bharat, which is then catering to intercity passengers covering up to 250 kilometers. Okay, knowing the same thing, each of the metro will consist of 16 air-conditioned coaches, and that can run up to a maximum speed of 130 kilometers per hour. The other important thing that we are seeing is it has basically 14 sensors of fire and smoke detection. Similarly, which is a very good development that we are seeing here, is wheelchair accessible lavatories. That is a very important thing that we are seeing here. And the last is the Kavach system. Now, the Kavach system has come into picture last year a lot of times, understanding a lot of train accidents that had taken place. Although Kavach as a system has been there for many years, but this thing came into picture, or the discussion started last year. And this again, the Kavach system will be initiated, installed, and available in the metro trains. Knowing the same thing, there is one more reel with regards to this on our Balasore train accident. So have a look at all of these reels and YouTube shorts, as well as read in depth about this Vande Metro prototype. Coming to the next part, what are we discussing today? That is Farmers Protest 2.0. Why do I say 2.0? If you remember, very recently, Farmers Protest had happened. Again, this thing has taken place with this idea, or with the name of Delhi Chalo. Now, what is this Delhi Chalo? Basically, farmers from Punjab, from Haryana and UP, with more than 200 unions, organized a march in the name of Delhi Chalo. Now, this was to voice their demands. But what were their demands? The first one, of course, was the legal guarantee for MSP for all crops. Now, what is MSP? I want you to let me know the full form of MSP in the comment section again. Similarly, the waivers for farm loan. Next was implementation of the Swaminathan Commission's recommendation. Again, it becomes important for you to read the Swaminathan Commission as well. The next is pension for farmers and farm laborers. The next, or the last major last demand that had been asked was the withdrawal of cases against farmers during the 2020 protest. If you remember, what I'm trying to say is the first one that had happened was 2020, and this is the 2.0. There were a lot of cases that were registered against the farmers, and they have to be withdrawn. Now, coming to the next is, there are certain things that becomes important for you to read in order to comparison, or in order to have a good comparison for the 2020 protest and the current protest that is going on. And what are these three major points? The first is the cause of the protest. The second is the government's response to this. And the last one is the security measures that have been taken place. So have a look at all of these things. Coming to the last part, or the last news for today, is again this video, or this day's video that we are seeing, is there are many such schemes that have been come into picture. Last time also I had told something with regards to Suryodaya, or solar energy. Now, knowing these things, again talking about the PM Surya Ghar, or basically the Mufat or Muft Bijli Yojana. What do we mean by Muft Bijli Yojana? Muft basically means free. Now, what is this? Basically, it has been initiated in order to provide 300 units of free electricity every month to more than 1 crore, or to almost 1 crore households across the nation. Knowing the same thing, again, this would entail an investment of over 75,000 crore rupees. Coming to the next part, all the stakeholders here will be integrated to the NOP, that is National Online Portal. Coming to the next part, in order to popularize this thing at the grassroots level, The urban local bodies and panchayats have been incentivized and to promote the rooftop solar systems in their jurisdictions. So the order of advertisement, the order of telling people and making them aware of this has already begun. At the same time, the scheme will lead to more income, low power bills, and employment generation for people, which is very obvious. So have a look at all the four major things that have taken place in this week. Okay, so coming to the last part again, drop in the comment section and let me know the two answers for the two questions that I've asked, and I will see you in the next video. I hope you've liked it. And if you've liked the video, make sure that you click on the like button, you share the video with your friends, drop in a message in the comment section and let us know what more do you want. Subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much to all the students, to all the people who are watching it for making and growing the channel so well. We've already crossed 10K subscribers, and we hope that our family expands, we grow bigger, better, and brighter. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care, and all the best, guys.